Epithelial cells are the cells that form the boundary between the inside of you and the outside of you. And as such, they have to do two things. One is they have to prevent you from mixing with the outside world, but also they have to control what you take in from the outside world and what you excrete back into the outside world. There's a top of the cell that faces the outside world. We call that the apical side. And then there are the sides that face the intracellular fluid or blood space. We call that the basolateral side. And then there's glue that holds those epithelial cells together and prevents stuff from leaking between them. We call those tight junctions. So we're very interested in understanding the structures that are required to mediate function. Part of my lab is studying kidney epithelial cells and trying to figure out how they target proteins to the right places, apical versus basolateral, and how they organize their unique structures in order to carry out their function. The rest of the lab is studying polycystic kidney disease. And there are sort of two sets of projects within that group. One is focused on trying to understand at a molecular and cellular level, what is it that the proteins encoded by the polycystic kidney disease genes do? What is their physiologic functions? And the other part of the lab is trying to figure out what are the therapeutic vulnerabilities in polycystic kidney disease? Are there small molecules or gene therapy strategies that could be used to try and fix the disease or at least slow it down? We use a lot of different microscopy techniques, including immunofluorescence microscopy, electron microscopy to analyze the kidney and understand its structures. We do a lot of protein biochemistry. We do a lot of molecular analysis. And what we're trying to do is put together a holistic picture of what's going on in cells by interrogating all of these different features that allow us to assess whether the pathways and functions that we're exploring and the therapies that we're trying to develop mimics the aspects of the human disease. Like everybody, we're hoping, right, that we're going to develop a new understanding of how nature works in the context of how epithelial cells organize themselves. And more immediately, we're hoping that we can identify new mechanisms that are responsible for polycystic kidney disease and, most importantly, new therapies. So our lab has developed a couple of therapies, one of which is in human clinical trials, one of which is hopefully headed towards human clinical trials. The great thing about working on a genetic disease like polycystic kidney disease is it can teach us both about potential therapies and also about fundamental physiology.